All right, well, welcome everybody to the 100K in 90 days introduction. I know everyone is really curious as to what we're talking about and how all of this works. So I'll just introduce myself real quick. My name is Latoya Clark, hashtag Limitless Latoya or Miss Worldwide, whatever you prefer. I'm an internet marketer by day and an air traffic controller by night. I've been doing internet marketing for about a year now, off and on. And just now starting to get really consistent with it all. So after working with many big names in the industry of network marketing, I am starting to understand more so how it all goes together. And so what you have today is what my team and I have come up with as more or less a success game plan that really starts to break things down more or less to a science even, step by step, to really teach you how this works and how to be successful in internet marketing. So what is internet marketing? Simply put, it's advertising products, services, and or businesses electronically. It happens in a lot of different ways, a lot of which is occurring right now and you don't even realize it. Every time you get, say, an email from Best Buy, or you have to enter your email address when you're signing up on a website, all of that is incorporated into internet marketing. So whether or not you know, you have been a part of internet marketing for some time, even more so when you're targeted, like on your search engine, say next to your email account, it'll show an advertisement for a store that you frequent, etc. All of that is a part of internet marketing. And so what we're here to do is teach you more or less how to operate like a big business online, and that's really what all of our products and services specialize in. And that goes from everything from learning how to build a website, understanding autoresponders. If you don't know what any of these things mean, it's okay. You don't have to be a guru by any means, but all the way to email messages. And you don't have to have any kind of a degree or understand tech stuff to a huge extent. I personally am huge in YouTubing and still learning to figure this stuff out, but one of the best parts about what we have to offer is the fact that our team is very supportive, and so you're not going to be running into all of this on your own per se. You also don't have to, mortgage your house to be able to be successful in this. So just to knock any and all edge off, let's get going. Just give you a quick tour. You're more than welcome to post in the chat box that we have. I may not be able to answer all the questions that you have while we're going through this. That's okay. You can post things in the event that you're invited to, as well as the 100K 90 Days fan page, and we'll really be able to get to things there. Shortly after this webinar, there will be an overview webinar of the products and services and get more in detailed into the money of things. And so I really encourage you, if you haven't already, to go ahead and register for that, and or ask whoever sent you this video for the link so that you can get a better understanding and a good grasp of how things work before the day is over. Pull out a pen and paper. Be ready to take some notes, or type up your notes. I know everybody doesn't write anymore. But we'll definitely go in detail on questions and stuff with you after the presentation. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. What you're seeing on your screen, or in the PowerPoint more or less, is a view of where I want to be, or where I'm going, more or less. What we have in any business that you begin is the need for a vision, whether you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, and the ability to really think beyond the here and now. You have to be able to see beyond the bills that are coming in every month, or that desk job that you're at, to where you want to be, understanding that life is a gift, time is precious. Time does not equal money, nor does money equal time. Time is so much more valuable, and as you pull importance to that, you'll realize that you really don't have any time to waste. So when we're talking about 100K in 90 days, I'm not talking about a lazy 90 days. I'm talking about things that are going to be labor intensive, not overwhelming, but enough to ensure that you can go beyond just building a habit, but getting into a legacy. And we'll talk about that a little later. So when it comes to the direction that you want to put your work towards, to getting all of these things done, we're going to be having that all laid out for you, step by step, so you don't have to worry about that. A lot of these files will be found in a secret Facebook group, and in order to be added to those, you will have to get with either the person that sent you to this video and or me myself to send us a message, and we will take care of you. Know that work is definitely required and expected over the next 90 days. We are going to show you how. We encourage questions, but we do not give free rides by any means. And so the amount of energy that you put into this is really what you're going to be getting out of it. So just like the Bible says, you know, you reap what you sow, and that happens in just about every facet of our life. So understand that you reap in the work is where you will definitely sow a sustained success. We understand that there's a learning curve. Quite honestly, most of us still have learning curves, and that's okay. You don't have to be an expert to succeed and do well with this business. So by no means be intimidated by some of the things that we're going over. And remember that this right here is just an overview. We'll be getting more in depth on things later. So what does it take? What does it take to become successful? What does it take to look at a dollar amount like $100,000, something in which many people have never made in a year, let alone 90 days, and to be able to realize that? And it takes vision. You have to be able to see it. Things that I will get into a little later with regards to things like dream boards, you know, you being able to literally visualize what it is that you're after. So vision is a requirement. A game plan. Okay, if you're going to give yourself a deadline in days or in time, you want to ensure that you know ahead of time what it is you're going to be accomplishing. And by planning these things out beforehand, you'll ensure that whenever you get up, you know, one day and, oh, I'm just not really feeling it, etc., you know exactly what needs to get done that day. It isn't you know, going around trying to figure out what to accomplish. It keeps everything very disciplined and strategic. Moving from a work or employee mindset over into a business and entrepreneur mindset can be a huge jump for many people. And so to assist in bridging that gap, we have developed a game plan to ensure that if you need to, you know, go and check in somewhere like at Starbucks or something to get your work done, you can. You'll know exactly what it is you need to complete there, and you won't have to worry about getting sidetracked or anything like that. So the tools and products, which include services, it's a large array of things. You're going to get a bit more in detail with that in the next presentation, so don't get overwhelmed with exactly what those are. Just know that this is, of course, internet marketing, so having a computer, tablet, or real hyped up cell phone is going to be required to get a lot of these things done. Support. You shall be supported. You're not going to be going about this by yourself by any means, so just know ahead of time that we are going to be here for you. Not only will we be here for you, but we have technical support online in our websites and our back office to ensure that you are taken care of. Use them. And of course, you can always use Google and YouTube. I will include those as a part of my support team. My team, I'm talking about Elevated Minds, and at the bottom of my screen you can see two of the members that are able to join me today. I love my team. We are closer than a family. It's a very big deal for us to include others into that family, and so know that we don't just accept anyone. Just because the person wants to make $100,000 in 90 days doesn't mean that they're the best fit to make that with us. So there are requirements for being a part of our team, just to give you a heads up on that. So we are going to start off with your goals. Understanding what your goals are is a very big part of knowing how to get there. If you don't have something that you're working towards, you're just going to be wandering aimlessly. Okay, so we want to ensure that you understand ahead of time, not just with the goals that we have, such as the 100K in 90 days, but also personal goals that you may have are included in this. So if you make these things personal, it will have a lasting impact on your life and will drive you far more than any video I make will inspire you. So we do pay a lot of attention to that. Goal setting. The best way to be smart about your goal setting is to be specific. You don't want to just say, oh, you know, I want a house in 5 years. Use I want a house in such and such city in exactly, you know, how many days. You want to be very specific. It has to be measurable. I'm pretty sure that everybody can measure $100,000. It has to be attainable. What we are talking about is definitely attainable. These are not things that are unknown or far-fetched. And it has to be relevant, excuse me. Being relevant to your life, being relevant to your goals and what it is that you want out of life. And I can assure you that we will assist you in making sure you don't go out of your way and start to set goals for things that are not realistic with what we have to offer. At the same time, creativity is encouraged, and we will not limit you in any way. Time bound, some reason I work really well with deadlines, so if that's the kind of person that you are, then this is perfect for you. So the key to going about setting all of these goals and then accomplishing all of them is consistency, excuse me. Going and doing the same thing in the right direction will get you there, jumping, you know, in and out. If you're going to be marketing on things such as Facebook, if they only see something from you about your business, you know, once every 3 years, they're really going to wonder, well, that must have been a fluke. Maybe it doesn't really exist. You know, they must have stopped doing that, etc. So we'll be teaching you things about consistency, but it is our goal that you will be consistent, not just in the way that you market, but in the income that you attain from it. Simplicity. Keeping things simple. There's no need to complicate what we have. There's no need to go about trying to reinvent the wheel. We're going to give you a game plan, tell you to follow that game plan because it works. Okay. Yes, you can customize it to be a tad more personal, but by no means do we need you to reinvent anything because that'll only hinder your progress. Now we're saying 90 days. 90 days goes by fast. Right now it is the beginning of February 2015. I honestly don't remember all that happened in January. It went by really quickly, and then of course this being a short month, waste. A duplication. So when you're consistent and you're able to relay a message in a way that is simple, it's easy for other people to do the same thing. And that is the system that we have created. So by being consistent, keeping things simple, it'll be very easy for other people wanting to do business with you to do the same thing. And those are our focuses and our goals. And then dream realization. At the end of the day, you can have anything that you want as long as you're willing to work for it. And whatever that is, it may not be a plane, it may not be a Bentley, but dream realization is the result of you being consistent, keeping things simple, and duplicating. So our vision. I understand that everybody will see things differently. Okay, perception is seriously key. I don't want you to get too boggled down into these questions as to hinder you. I personally wouldn't spend more than, you know, like 5-10 minutes trying to do. I encourage you to watch the movie The Secret. Google it. It's on Amazon as well as YouTube in full-length versions, and teaching you how to apply positivity and apply visualization in your life to achieve what it is that you're after. But here are just a few questions to get you started. So who are you? That is something that has baffled a lot of people for some time, and I don't want you to get too boggled down in that. Again, who are you? I personally, I'm a helper. It is my mission or my purpose to be a blessing unto others, and so that's who I am. I am a blessing and I give blessings. What do you want? What is it that you're after in these 90 days? How hard are you willing to work for it? The fact of the matter is you are going to have to work, and if you're not willing to work, then this just isn't for you. And it's not to say that something else might work for you, but just this is clearly, which is why we do things like vision boards, and you'll learn more about that in the movie The Secret. But seeing clearly what it is you're after will make it that much more attainable and that much easier for you to get to it. Something that they had done, it was an experiment with Olympic athletes, was they literally had them close their eyes and visualize running across the finish line, what it felt like, what the wind was like, and found that the same synapses or brain waves going off were the exact same ones that they usually have while they're running that race and completing it. So visualization is a very important thing to utilize, and I mean, why not? You definitely want to know where you're going, otherwise you won't know how to get there. So on to our game plan. The game plan within this business for the 100K in 90 days includes the Elevated Minds Daily Action Plan. Now, something I didn't necessarily go into in depth was the fact that there is a team. It is called Elevated Minds, and that is what we're a part of. We have Elevated Minds tools that are set aside specifically for our members that outline everything in regards to personal development, to action plans, to books and audios. I mean, you name it, we got it. Tons of training, way more than I can go over with you just in the amount of time that we have. But we have the Elevated Minds Daily Action Plan, and then we have the 100K in 90 days online game plan. Now, what that does is it breaks things down from this overall of what we're trying to accomplish in 90 days into 4 phases. These 4 phases go as far as to tell you about the setting up of your website, the setting up of your marketing tools, how to automate, etc. Some things are also in the Elevated Minds area and vice versa, but it breaks things down so simply that there's really no way that you can fail at any of this unless, of course, you don't do it. So taking action is huge. It's a game plan, but if you don't use it, I mean, you're not in the game at all. So we have the 4 phases, and everything is very clear and concise. If there's ever anything that is not clear to you, by all means, let us know, and we will clarify, as well as update it so that when you bring the game plan to others, it'll be easy for them to understand as well. And you really don't know how good your game plan works until it is tested and exposed to the rest of the world. Tools. The amount of tools available to a person online is crazy. There are way more tools out there than is necessary for you to get started and to be successful. So understand that there's no need to get overwhelmed by the amount of tools that we do have to offer, because you don't have to be a master of them all to be successful, nor do you have to have them all operating to be successful. But the more that you have operating for you, the easier, you know, this all becomes. So what you're working with? Well, we have Ingresso Cybernetico, and that is our tool suite, and we'll go into detail about that in the webinar that's going to be the overview after this, going into detail as to what that is and the tools that they offer. And it's literally just talking about you having tools online. They also allow you to be an affiliate. So there's more or less 2 ways to do this business. You can either utilize the products and save money, or you can be a seller of the products, and or both. And so the most optimization is found in doing both of those. We teach you exactly how to do that. You don't have to worry about trying to figure any of that out on your own. That's what the game plan is for. But just know that those are the different ways in which we work this out. How to use, so we use a combination of old school and new school marketing. Old school, you know, you'd had people calling you on the phone, you got them knocking on your door. You got the emails, not the emails, excuse me. You have the letters in the mail, as well as flyers and things like that. And new school is everything electronic. So a combination of the two, for some reason, we've become so detached in communication that it's almost surprising if someone is to hear your voice in the midst of you doing business with them. So I don't want us to become so far away from the roots of marketing that we forget how important that is. So our game plan will incorporate a lot of new and old school marketing techniques. So the new school, you'll have your IG, which is Instagram, Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook. My personal Facebook page has been turned into a business one. You also have YouTube, blogs, email marketing. There's so much that is at our fingertips, especially now, to be able to communicate with each other, not just in the States, but worldwide. It's really amazing. And then our super secret bonuses. The super secret bonuses are team products that teach you what you need to know as far as optimizing Instagram and Facebook and ranking things on YouTube. So those are things that as a member you will have access to, non-members don't, but it gives us the edge that we need to ensure that not only are we successful, but we're successful quickly. Okay? So that is how that works out for us. You've heard me talk a lot of my team, a very big part of my life. I talk to these guys daily, and besides just having my team, our business offers support as well. So IC Back Office is our Ingresso Cybernetico back office, and in there you're able to submit support tickets where someone will be able to email you back in relation to any kind of technical issues or questions that you have regarding the business. And they also have a little area at the bottom of right-hand side of the websites for you to do live chats. Excuse me. Then we have offer support via Facebook groups. Now those, we have some groups that are open, but most that are secret as far as our helping each other, and that refers back to the team concept and employing elevated minds and us working together to ensure that all of us stay on the same page and assist each other in optimizing everything that we have. Webinars, kind of like this one, but many more. Google Hangouts happen all the time. As a member of our team, you will be expected to commit to interacting with us, so just give you a heads up. Google Hangouts, kind of like this one, we use that to assist with teaching as well as mentoring. And then personal sponsor assistance. So that's referring to the individual person that gave you the business information. You can also go to them for assistance. So you're definitely covered in regards to support. By no means should you ever feel out there alone. There's so much for you to access, and the only way that you're not successful is if you don't. But we are there to guide you, support you. We do give tons of advice to make sure that you don't make any of the mistakes that we may have made in the past. We are always learning from others, and so we pass on what we learn. So tons of support and assistance. And speaking of my team, welcome to Elevated Minds. Elevate your mind. You see in the pictures, very fond memories of mine. The first time that I met Dwayne Golden, who is the CEO of Ingresso Cybernetico, the first conference that I attended, all of that's on the left-hand side. The cash that you see in the middle is actually the cash that I won in that conference. It was pretty awesome. And then on the right-hand side, you see us meeting up in Miami, hence palm trees, beaches, you know, my fro getting a little crazy after the water, and learning how to jet ski. I'm still scared. But I can do it on my own. I actually did do it by myself a little bit. And then in the top right-hand corner on the right side, you see one of the Google Hangouts that we were having. So it's definitely a family, and because it's a family, we're picky about the members that we include in it. But at the same time, once you're in, we really do love to have you. So personal experiences with Elevated Minds. I have two of our team members with me, and I'll give my own testimony and then go ahead and include them in it. So there was a time that one of our team members wasn't online. He's usually online every day, but there's a time when for some reason it had been like 2 days and we hadn't heard from him. And he's actually in Canada. And we are so close knit as a family that we actually went trying to find this guy. We talk to each other every morning. We talk to each other at night. We give each other scriptures to encourage each other. It's a very, very big deal for us not to be in constant communication with each other. So, we called the hospitals in Canada. They knew our voices. We called the police department. We included some hacker tactics to find out the man's address. Didn't know that he had just recently moved, so he actually wasn't at it. For a good 12 to 14 hours, we were continuously searching for this guy. Come to find out later on that he was at his new apartment chilling, eating chicken, but it just goes to show how tight we are as a family and as a group, and we really do watch out for each other. And I think that's the best part of this business. It's not so much about the money as it is about the family and the fact that you can choose who it is that you work with. If I wanted to work with everybody, I would keep a job. Okay, so it is a very big deal when you are accepted into this team. You do go through a little bit of a screening process, but you should respect that because it's very important who we allow into our family. So guys, if you guys are ready, either Garth or Alden, I'll give your own just a quick testimony in regards to your interactions with the team, the support that we have, and really, I guess, just how fun it is.
All right, I'll go. No problem.
Welcome, Garth. Introduce yourself.
What's my name? Of my
You're
and
breaking up a little bit.
hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Sorry about that, please. Connection earlier, internet problems. But my name again is Garth. I'm from Jamaica, and I'm the founder of my own brand, and being a member of Team Elevated Minds. We're because these people connected to them every day, because not only because it's good for my business, but it's good for me as a person. When you surround yourself with people that understand the need to be your own individual and understand the need to be successful in actually progressing your entire future, your entire life, it is empowering. Because I've learned website development stuff, I've learned marketing tips, and it's crazy because I'm traditional school-wise, I'm a marketing student, right? Marketing was what I thought I wanted to do with my life when I was working on making a living, but adjusting myself to creating a life, I'm now a personal development coach and branding specialist. Being a part of Elevated Minds opens me to insight, opens me to tactics, and opens me to a support group that will steer me in the right direction if they know I'm going wrong and support me if I'm on the right track. And that is powerful in any company that you go into. And that's what we have here, right? The money is actually a byproduct of how well we gel together. It's a byproduct of how well we support each other. It's a byproduct of how well we enhance each other's personal and collective business. And that is what you're jumping into. When you get in, because I'm not saying if, because if at this point, if you've listened to everything Latoya just said, and you're listening to our testimonials, and you still don't see the value of locking arms with us, then you're basically still at that employee mindset. That employee mindset is whereby you think that you are here to build somebody else's dream. But if you are here to chart your own course, to be able to empower your own path, this is where you want to be. But guys, that's just all I can say right now. Like I said, I didn't even know where to start because I could go on and on. But the one thing that sticks out is the support. The support. What you don't know, we will find and teach you. What you do know, we will help reinforce. There are no secrets in this family. We're not a team, we are a family, right? And what we do is make sure that the family is good. But that's my 2 cents. I'm gonna throw it over to Alden.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? My name is Alden Pohl, the CEO of Smart Income Builder. As you see, everyone here has their own identity. Elevated Minds, like Garth said, is a family. You know, me, I have to watch what I say because I'm one of the guys that's more on the techie end of things. You know, I love setting systems up because, as you should know by now, there is a method to the madness, and we know that method. Okay. We don't care what you do, where you're from. All we care about is who you are and what you want to do in your life. Whatever type of business you want to build, that's what we're here for. As you heard Latoya and Garth said, it's all about the support that we have here. You would not find it anywhere else. I've been around in this industry doing this marketing thing for going on 7 years, and throughout my whole experience, these are the best years now. Now that I've found my family, you're not going to just learn how to become an entrepreneur. You're going to become a familypreneur. Our personal mentor, he instills that concept in us. You know what I'm saying? Become a familypreneur. Get your family involved in what you're doing. And this family here, we're involved in every single thing that goes on with each other. Honestly, without the people that I surround myself with daily, without Elevated Minds, I'll probably be doing the same mediocre stuff that I've been doing all the past couple of years. You have to elevate your mind to elevate your income. 60% in business is really in mindset and conditioning. And then the rest 40%, of course, is learning how to do business. We have all of that right here. Every single thing is right here. You cannot go wrong. If you're not in a business right now, come learn how to make money and build your own empire. If you're currently in a company right now, it doesn't matter. Come learn how to really make money and how to market. I already see where I'm going. I'm going into some techie stuff. So, like Latoya said, we're going to wait for the other webinar to really show you how these techie stuff, how to build websites and sales funnels, because it's not hard. It's not easy, but it's not hard. It is very simple. Nothing in life is easy, but it can become very, very, very simple once you elevate your mind. I'll pass it back to Latoya.
Aww, I want to cry. You guys are so awesome. One thing that I look forward to very much so is the next Ingresso Cybernetico event where we get a chance to meet our team members face to face. And we spend so much time with each other online that when we see each other face to face, it's not like it's brand new by any means. We surely are a family. We spend so much time together. It's nothing but fun, and to be doing something that you enjoy is really what it's all about. So it's not so much about the 100,090 days as much as it is you making a stand today and taking action today to ensure that the rest of this year as well as the rest of your life is as enjoyable as you can possibly make it, and that's really the focus. And so I am so thankful to be able to call Garth and Alden brothers of my own. I love their accents. It's just amazing. I look forward to seeing them here in a few months. So as we look at what we have to offer, Elevated Minds, which you heard a whole lot about, we have our own private Facebook groups. We get to assist each other with the technical stuff, like Alden was saying. He does a lot of really in-depth training for us because he is the technical expert on the websites and things that I'm not there. But it's awesome to know that you have someone, an actual person that you can talk to assist you. So you can go out and you can spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on, which most people are doing already, on trying to get the type of things that we offer, but it will never be as in-depth or as clear or as one-on-one as what we offer. And that's really just the bottom line. So we have our own Facebook groups, we have our own Facebook chats, to be able to do the whole good morning messages and everything else and keep each other abreast of everything that's going on. We have our own training platform, which I talked about earlier in regards to our tools and what we learn along the way. Everyone is contributing into this. It is worth so much more than money. It really is. And then, of course, the 100K in 90 days Facebook page, which in 7 days will be going secret. So you're definitely going to have to go ahead and take advantage of that quickly. So just a few things to leave you with before we hop off of this and go ahead and get ready for the webinar overview that's going to be happening in a few minutes. Includes understanding that success leaves clues. It does. We're coming to others and giving to others and able to say that these things are duplicatable because of the fact that we know how to get there. It's very clear. We see it clearly. And honestly, everyone just has to be given the roadmap, if you will, to get there. Making things a habit. It is said that it takes 21 days to form a habit. This is beyond a habit. This is second nature. This is something that now your family members, your friends, everybody will look at you differently because they'll know something changed, and it'll be so ingrained in you that it won't be out of effort. It'll just happen effortlessly. It'll just be your second nature to get it done. And that's our focus, as we want to leave a legacy for you and your family. Normal people become millionaires every day. I mean, some of the biggest money makers in the world are people that you don't know, that you've never heard their name, you've never seen their face, and that is okay. In our establishing this legacy, we'll be doing the same for our families. A wise man leaves an inheritance to his children, and that is our goal and our focus. Regardless if you start today or tomorrow, someone is buying internet products right now. The fact of the matter is, with the way the internet is, things are 24/7, regardless of what you think or you don't. I mean, every time you see these advertisements on television now about websites and things like that, those cost so much money that the only way that they would be supported is if people were buying these kind of products around the clock, and that's exactly what's happening. And we are giving you the opportunity to tap into that without having to pay nearly as much. My formula for success by default is quality service, which is what is provided not just by us, but also by our support team, and it's also what we require you to provide. The quality products that we have, quality training, and that will put all those together in an equal success by default. There is nothing missing in that. When you have the training, products are easy. When you have the service, some people pay for service without even knowing what the products are. That's just the way that people work. I mean, how many times do people go out and buy these really expensive insurance plans not knowing that they could save umpteen amount of money off of their phone bills every month, or that they can get LifeLock or stuff like that for free? That happens all the time. People just don't know, but because of the fact that the service provided is so good, they'll just buy into it anyways. And at the end of the day, everything that we've talked about, whether it be understanding what your vision is, tapping into the vision that we have, utilizing the tools and support that we offer, and becoming a member of our team, all of that starts at the point of taking action. So I cannot encourage you enough. At the end of the day, if you're not ready to do it, then you're not ready. And, come back to us at another time. But this is the time for you to definitely take action. There is no time to waste. If you see how much of a big deal this is, if you can understand how much being a part of this family will change your life, even if you're just focused on the money aspect of things, that 90 days, it starts now. There is no time to waste. So it's either you're in or you're out. It's awesome if you're in. I look forward to getting to know you more and seeing whether or not our team is a good fit for you. And if you're out, that's okay, because at the end of the day, everyone cannot be where we are. And we completely understand that. All right, guys, if you have any closing remarks, I will hand it over to you. Otherwise, we can go ahead and get ready for the overview webinar that's going to be starting in about 10 minutes.
Just make sure you elevate your minds and elevate that income.
I like it.
For me, guys, it's very simple. Just dream without limits. Give yourself time to see the vision as a whole, and then act without hesitation. That is how wealth is done. Get elevated, guys. That's all I'm going to say.
Awesome. Well, thank you greatly. This is Limitless Latoya signing out. I look forward to talking to you guys soon. See ya.